here for part 2 of the video series, When Somebody Breaks Your Heart. If you haven't already watched video number 1, I definitely recommend that you go back and you do that. It's just going to really help you to follow this process if you do it in order. With that being said, though, if your intuition says that you should do video number 2 first, then by all means, trust yourself. You know I'm all about that if you've been watching my videos. I want you to be the only person that makes the final choice on what is best and right for you, because that is what is most self-loving. And so do whatever works best for you. With that being said, I'm going to be talking to you from the assumption that you've already watched video number 1. And if I didn't already say this, I'll be sure to leave the link for video number 1 in the description box below. All right, just to make it nice and easy for you. So, video number 1, I talked about really identifying and being really clear about the things that broke your heart, like why you experience the pain. What are the things that are causing you to feel badly or to be hurt or to feel broken, right? And now that you've sat in that, like now that you've actually sorted out your feelings, you've gotten clear about what those things are, and you've given yourself the time to feel how you feel, giving yourself the time to be angry or upset or to cry. Now you're ready for this next step. Here's what it is, and this is so important, and I can't even tell you. I've experienced a lot of heartbreak in my life, and if you and I ever talk one-on-one, I will share, all of those stories with you. But I mean, I've just had so much heartbreak in my life. And so when I'm speaking to you about heartbreak, I'm telling you this because it's a process that I use for myself. It's not only something that I do with clients, and it really works. So just trust me on this one, okay? Step 2, I can already feel myself getting emotional just saying that to you, but let me anyway get back to this. So step 2 is about you really being clear that you deserve to be loved. And when I say that, I mean that you deserve to be loved in a way that you understand it, connect to it, and interpret it. And this is something that so many of us struggle with because we are constantly in relationships, and it doesn't matter if it's a relationship with a parent or if it's a relationship with a boyfriend or a child or a coworker. It seems that we are always trying to contort ourselves. We're trying to always be whatever that other person wants us to be. We're trying to be nice. We're trying to be understanding. We're trying to be patient. We're trying to be good. We're just constantly trying to be something else other than who we are, and it is part of the reason why we're experiencing the heartbreak, because there were moments in the relationship, and it doesn't matter what relationship it was. Again, as I said, it could be parent-child dynamic, it could be co-worker to other co-worker, whatever it is. If you look back, you will notice that there were moments and there were points in time when you either didn't stick up for yourself, you didn't stand up for what you really believe in, maybe you didn't express yourself as you could have, you didn't really say what you wanted, or maybe if you did and the person didn't honor it, you dismissed your own feelings, you invalidated yourself, and you said, maybe there's something wrong with me, maybe I need to change. God, I can't begin to tell you how often that happens and how many of us do this. And I'm not even saying that compromise isn't important, or there aren't times when you need to really do some introspection and look to see if your way is a way that is actually constraining your relationship or restricting you. What I am saying is that there are times when something just doesn't work for you. And instead of continuing to proceed forward with things that don't work for you, it is so important that we say, no, I can't continue this. This doesn't work for me. Okay? And so this is what I mean when I'm saying you deserve to be loved. You know what you need. You know what's important to you. You know what matters. Now it's time for you to really embrace and accept that you are deserving. And depending on what has happened to you in your past, depending on any thoughts or feelings or beliefs that you've had that you've been carrying from childhood, you may struggle with this. It may be really hard for you to say, you know what, in this particular situation, in terms of, what I need, what is important to me, I am right. But this is the step. This is really what it is. You are deserving of love, and I'm going to continue to repeat this because I know that if you're watching this, and I don't care what position you are in, what your financial status is, what your marital status is, how many letters you have at the end of your name, if you are human and you are connected to this video, you need to hear this, that you deserve to be loved. And you deserve to be loved in a way that makes sense to you, in a way that honors you, and in a way that makes you feel good. As I say this now, what's going to really help you to anchor this is to surround yourself with people who will remind you that you are deserving of being loved. And that even if this relationship didn't work out, if it's a romantic relationship, child-parent relationship, co-worker relationship, whatever it is, even if it didn't work out, and even if you did some things that were not the best, and even if you did some things that were unethical, and my God, even if you look back and you're like, holy shit, I should have done this differently, that you still are deserving of love. You are deserving of compassion. And so, as you either look for a new relationship or you look for ways to rebuild newly the existing relationship, I want you to hold in your mind that you are deserving of love and create what you want to create from that level of love and compassion. Here's what sometimes happens is we do part one, and if we don't get this step here, part two, which is understanding that you're deserving of love and being, having this belief reinforced, then what you start to do is you try to move on from a place of guilt or shame or anger. And let me tell you right now, if you do this from a place of, I'm a bad person, I'm wrong, I should have done this differently, and all of that kind of stuff, what you will attract into your life is a nightmare. Someone who will show up who is a nightmare, who will reinforce your belief that you are undeserving and that your feelings don't matter and all that kind of stuff. I really don't want that for you, and I'm sure you don't want that for yourself, okay? So you are deserving of love. You are deserving of love over and over and over again. You can even say this in a mantra if you want to. I am deserving of love. And look, if you don't really believe that, then don't say the mantra, okay? I don't want you to lie to yourself. I've talked about this before. Mantras only work if you really believe in them. If you're lying to yourself, then you're doing more damage. So if you don't believe this, then you need to either work with a coach one-on-one, work with an energy healer one-on-one, or you really need to start to talk to your friends and you tell them that you watch this video and you need some positive reinforcement. You need to be uplifted, held, and cradled by love. And you need your people in your life to constantly remind you that you are deserving of being loved, and you are deserving of being loved in a way that you recognize and that makes you feel honored, respected, and cherished. So I hope that this makes sense for you. I'm not even sure if I'm going to edit this video. I know you guys are used to me like splicing it up, editing it, and like really kind of like doing stuff with it. But I almost feel like I just need to just give it to you raw and give it to you right like this. Um, because this is what the energy is telling me, and this is what I really feel anybody who's watching this video needs to hear right now. You deserve to be loved, and you deserve to be loved the way that you want to be loved, and you set the standard. You set the standard. This is the lesson to be learned, okay, from this experience that you're having, from the heartbreak that you're having. You identified the feelings. You know now what's not right for you. You know what doesn't feel good for you. You know what doesn't honor you. Now, set the standards in the relationship that you're in if you're going to continue to be in that dynamic, or if you're looking for somebody new, set the standards. What do you need? Know that you deserve it, and don't you ever be afraid to ask for it. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the president of the United States, the prime minister of Canada, your boss, your mom, your dad, your partner, your child. If there is something that you need, ask for it. You are deserving of it. And I'll tell you what, people who really love you, people who want to be in your life, people who are committed to you, will look for ways to try to honor you. Now, there's only one exception to this. If you are asking to be loved by someone who does not love themselves, if you are asking to be loved by someone who is not healthy, someone who either has I don't want to get into specific things because I don't want to pinpoint people, but just know this. If you're asking to be loved by someone who doesn't love themselves or doesn't have compassion for themselves, or somebody who isn't available emotionally or capable, then they will not be able to meet you. They will not be able to respect and honor you, or be able to hear your request, okay? And again, this does not mean that they have to agree with you. I'm not saying that if they don't agree with everything that you're saying, that they don't love themselves. You will know the difference, because it is how they respond to you that will tell you if they are even spiritually and emotionally capable of loving you the way that you want to be loved or deserve to be loved. All right? Man, I could just go on and on about this for hours. This is such a big thing. But this is part 2. And I really hope that this has been helpful for you. I really just spoke from my heart. This is a topic that is so near and dear to my heart, because there are so many of us, man, that are being just either walked all over, being treated like doormats, or just not being honored in a way that we deserve to be honored. And it really all begins with self-love and understanding that you're deserving of love, no matter what you have done in your past, no matter what you have been through. Like, I don't care what it is, you're deserving of love. And you set the standard. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will be doing another video next week. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I'll just see what the energy tells me. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It makes sure that you get my videos delivered to your inbox the moment that they're published. Don't want to miss a video, right? So do that. And I think that's all the stuff that I need to tell you. So thanks so much, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.